Saint Nicholas, the real Santa Claus. The legend of Santa Claus can be tracked back hundreds of years to a monk named Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas was a Christian bishop who helped the needy. After his death, the legend of his gift-giving grew. Much admired for his pity and kindness, Saint Nicholas became the subject of many legends. It is said that he gave away all his inherited wealth and traveled the countryside, helping the poor and sick. Saint Nicholas transferred into a legendary character called Santa Claus, who brings Christmas presents to children around the world. It is believed that Saint Nicholas was born sometime around 280 AD in Patara near Myra in modern-day Turkey. He lost both of his parents at a young age and reportedly used his inheritance to help the poor and sick. A devout Christian, he later served as Bishop of Myra, a city that is now called Demri. There are many legends about Saint Nicholas of Myra. One story tells how he helped these poor sisters. Their father did not have enough money to pay their dowries and thought of selling them into servitude. 3 times, Saint Nicholas secretly went to their house at night and put a bag of money inside. The man used the money so that one of his daughters could marry. On the 3rd visit, the man saw Saint Nicholas and thanked him for his kindness. He saved 3 poor sisters from being sold into slavery or prostitution by their father by providing them with a dowry so that they could be married. He also reportedly saved 3 men who were falsely imprisoned and sentenced to death. Several sources state Saint Nicholas is believed to have died on December 6, 343 AD. Over the years, stories of his miracles and work for the poor spread to other parts of the world. He became known as the protector of the children and sailors and was associated with gift-giving. He was a popular saint in Europe until the time of Reformation in the 1500s, a religious movement that led to the creation of Protestantism, which turned away from the practice of honoring saints. Saint Nicholas, however, remained an important figure in Holland. His feast day is celebrated on the anniversary of his death, December 6th. This was traditionally considered a lucky day to make large purchases or to get married. The Dutch continued to celebrate the feast day of Saint Nicholas, December 6th. It was a common practice for children to put out their shoes the night before. In the morning, the children would discover the gifts that Saint Nicholas had left there for them. By the Renaissance, Saint Nicholas was the most popular saint in Europe. Even after the Protestant Reformation, when the veneration of saints begins to be discouraged, Saint Nicholas maintained a positive reputation, especially in Holland. Dutch immigrants brought the legend of Saint Nicholas, known to them as Saint Nicholas or by his nickname Sinterklaas, to America in the 1700s. The name Santa Claus evolved from Sinterklaas, a shortened form of Saint Nicholas, Dutch for Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas went through many transformations in America. Sinterklaas became Santa Claus, and instead of giving gifts on December 6th, he became a part of the Christmas holiday. In the 1820 poem, An Account of a Visit from Saint Nicholas by Clement Clarke Moore, he is described as a jolly, heavy man who comes down from the chimney to leave the presents for deserving children and drives a sleigh pulled by flying reindeer. The cartoonist Thomas Nast added to the Saint Nicholas legend with an 1881 drawing of Santa as wearing a red suit with white fur trim. Moore's poem, which he was initially hesitant to publish due to frivolous nature of its subject, is largely responsible for a modern image of Santa Claus as a right jolly old man with a portly figure and a supernatural ability to ascend a chimney with a mere nod of his head. Although some of Moore's imagery was probably borrowed from other sources, his poem helped popularize the now familiar image of Santa Claus, who flew from house to house on Christmas Eve in miniature sleigh, led by 8 flying reindeer to leave presents for deserving children. In 1881, political cartoonist Thomas Nast drew on Moore's poem to create the first likeness that matches our modern image of Santa Claus. His cartoon, which appeared in Harper's Weekly, depicted Santa as a rotund, cheerful man with a full white beard holding a sack laden with toys for lucky children. It is Nast who gave Santa his bright big suit trimmed with white fur. Once a kind, charitable bishop, Saint Nicholas had become the Santa Claus we know today. Thank you.